Another good week at the box office for Barbie and Oppenheimer, proving that people do want to go to the movies. I think people just want new things. Barbie, despite being based on a toy that's been around for a long time, is a new movie franchise. Oppenheimer is a new movie. It's not another remake. It's not another Marvel movie, another franchise movie. Fast and the Furious 10, Mission Impossible 8 or 7. Actually, it's two movies, so aren't they both Mission Impossible 7? Whatever. I think people want new stuff, and they're getting it. And people like Barbie. It's doing well. It's undeniable that people like this movie. It's going to hit $1 billion by the end of the week because people go see it all week. I've driven past a couple different movie theaters. They've all been packed. I'm also really impressed by Oppenheimer at $400 million because this is a 3-hour movie. So I didn't think it was going to do as well as it's doing. It's already made money. The budget was cheap, so it's already made a profit. Barbie's already made a profit. In fact, Barbie's done so well, it's probably made up for that disastrous Flash movie. I think people just want new stuff, and that's what they're getting. I do think the comic book stuff is slowing down a little bit. It'll be interesting to watch Blue Beetle and the Marvels when those come out, but I've talked about those. We are going to talk about Disney a little bit because Disney released a new movie over the weekend. Haunted Mansion extends Disney's box office cold streak. Barbie and Oppenheimer continue to dominate its Haunted Mansion, tried to break through without the promotional help of its stars who were on strike. That wouldn't have made a difference. I really don't think that the stars make a difference at all because Barbie's not getting a bunch of interviews either. In fact, the only thing they had were pre-recorded interviews that came out that they did before the strike happened that they released. There's been no promotion from them either. But they try to move goalposts for Disney because, never forget, Disney has all of these people in their back pocket. So they have to come up with excuses. Like, why didn't they save it for Halloween? It surely would have done better on Halloween. They actually probably should have released this during Halloween, to be honest. It might have done a little bit better. It's tough to say. But one thing I think we can say for sure now is that Disney has lost its magic. Disney's magic is gone. Haunted Mansion extends Disney's box office cold streak. They have had a lot of movies come out this year. A lot of movies that cannibalized each other also, by the way. They at one time had 2 movies released within 2 weeks of each other. Indiana Jones and, of course, Elemental. Both of them were disastrous flops. But I think you can say without a doubt now something's going on with Disney. Is it the constant political messaging? Maybe. Is it the bad talent that they have writing these? Probably. I think people are just tired of their generic garbage. A lot of generic movies coming out from Disney. And it's starting to show. It's undeniable now. They've had a lot of box office bombs. Disney's Haunted Mansion took in about $24 million at the box office. A comatose result for a movie that cost at least $200 million to make and market. Yeah, $200 million budget, then they need more money than that. That's another problem that Disney has. Everything they make has a bloated budget. Every single movie they put out is over $200 million in the budget. Why are they so expensive? It can't be the CGI because the CGI doesn't look good. Are they overpaying for the CGI? You know, what's going on? Why can't they make a movie for $100 million? Why can't they do that? Oppenheimer costs like $100 million to make. That movie's made its money back. $400 million. They're making profit on that movie now. Barbie, I don't think had a big box office either. That movie's raking in money. But Disney can't put a movie out that they need to make almost $1 billion to have a profit at. It's a horribly run company. But I got to tell you, $24 million is a joke. That is, this movie's going to flop big time. There's no way it's going to make $200 million at the box office. It's just not going to happen. It won't have legs either. And let's be honest, The Marvels is going to flop too. That movie's going to flop as well. They'd be better off releasing it, honestly, next year. I would shelve that movie until summer. I would put it on the back burner and I would release it over the summer when everybody's forgotten about the Skrull bullshit that they just put out, that Secret Invasion show. All of these Marvel shows they've released have just, I think they've put a bad taste in people's mouths. But that's going to be the next flop. Stupid. The arrogance of that company, the ego, that they put out so many movies over the summer. They put out a lot of shit. And they put it all within a couple weeks. They thought they were going to dominate the box office this year. That didn't happen. That didn't happen. But Barbie, I mean, people want to go to the theaters. Barbie and Oppenheimer, people are going to see these again. I think some people are seeing one, then they're going to see the other. But they're making all of these excuses for it. Oh, it's because of these movies. That's why it's doing bad. Oh, they should have put it during Halloween. That's why it did bad. No. Haunted Mansion has had the unfortunate distinction of becoming the first big-budget movie to get sideswiped by the Hollywood actors' strike, and now it's in its third week. Until the strike is resolved, no talks are scheduled. The Actors Union has barred its members from engaging in any publicity efforts for completed films and TV shows. No red carpet appearances, no social media posts, no interviews, no morning news shows, and no participation in newspaper or magazine articles. I don't buy that. Not buying that at all. I really don't think that these actors have any effect on these movies anymore. It's up to marketing to make it look good and to make people aware of it. But that's done through advertisements. I really don't think the interviews do much. Because look at Mission Impossible. Mission Impossible, probably a much better movie than Haunted Mansion. Haunted Mansion is also PG-13, by the way. So the same audience that would go watch Mission Impossible could also go watch Haunted Mansion. They could also go watch Barbie. So I really don't think that has anything to do with it. But with Mission Impossible had a marketing campaign. Tom Cruise is out there left and right doing stuff all summer. Yeah, you saw nothing but stunts and him flying on going on the side of a plane or fighting on top of a train or jumping off of a cliff. Had a lot of marketing. That movie still failed. Sorry, but it's a failure. It didn't do well. A lot of people were giving me shit for that, saying, I think this movie's flopped. It did flop. Now, maybe it'll still have some legs. I don't know. But as of right now, Mission Impossible 7 is not doing very well. It got crushed by Barbie and Oppenheimer. Haunted Mansion, I highly doubt, would have been saved by Jamie Lee Curtis running her mouth. In fact, if anything, I think them not being able to promote the film helps it. Because, for one, Jamie Lee Curtis can't help herself. She has extreme TDS. She would be out there calling all kinds of people names and stuff that would have wouldn't seen this movie. If anything, these people being shut up helps the movie. So this movie's a massive failure. It's not going to make any of its money back. Too bad. Too bad. Why didn't Disney save Haunted Mansion for Halloween? I agree with this. Lowest box office opening for theme park movie since 2003's OG Haunted Mansion, which I guess also sucked. I didn't see this one. I'm not going to see the new one either. I showed the wrong article earlier. This is the one that said, why didn't Disney save Haunted Mansion for Halloween? Which they probably should have done, to be fair. They should have saved this for Halloween. But yeah, this movie bombed worse than I expected it to. I thought it would actually make at least $100 million. No, it made $23 million. Poor Disney. Oh, man. Do they have anything else coming out this year? Let me know in the comments. Do they have anything else other than the Marvels coming out this year? Movie-wise. I know they got some Disney Plus shit coming, but movie-wise, theaters-wise, other than the Marvels, is there anything else coming out? They had so many movies they could have spread out throughout the whole year. Instead, they chose to release them all over like a 3-month period. What a stupid idea that was. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about all this. I'd like to hear from you in the comments below. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video, hit that notification bell, check out my Rumble and Locals, and I will see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my Locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my Locals.